There is someone in your life right now who chose you over everyone else. Yet when you ask them why, they struggle to find words. They pause, they stumble, they give surface answers that somehow feel incomplete. But here is what Carl Jung understood about human psychology that most people miss. The deepest attractions happen in the unconscious mind, in places so profound that conscious language cannot reach them. Tonight we are going to explore why someone can feel absolutely certain that you are the one for them, yet be completely unable to articulate the reasons. We are diving into the mysterious realm of unconscious attraction, archetypal recognition, and the psychological forces that draw souls together in ways that transcend logical explanation. If you have ever wondered why someone chose you when they could have chosen anyone, or if you have ever felt drawn to someone for reasons you could not name, this message was meant for you. The universe operates through patterns that Jung spent his lifetime studying, and what you are about to discover will change how you understand love, attraction, and the mysterious forces that bring certain people into your life. Carl Jung revolutionized our understanding of human psychology by revealing that beneath our conscious minds lies a vast unconscious realm filled with ancient patterns, inherited memories, and archetypal energies that influence every choice we make, especially in love. When someone chooses you and cannot explain why, they are responding to forces operating far below the surface of their awareness. The conscious mind loves to create stories, to find logical reasons, to build narratives that make sense. But the unconscious mind operates through recognition, through energetic resonance, through patterns so ancient and deep that they predate language itself. This is why the person who chose you might say things like "I just knew," or something about you, "felt familiar," or "I cannot explain it," but you feel like. Jung discovered that we each carry within us what he called the anima and animus, the feminine aspect within men and animus, the feminine aspect within men, and the masculine aspect within women. These are not just psychological concepts. They are living energies that seek recognition and completion in the external world. When someone meets you and feels an inexplicable pull, they may be encountering the external embodiment of their anima or animus. This recognition happens instantly, often in the first moment of meeting. It is not about physical appearance, though that may play a role. It is about energetic signature, about the way your presence activates something dormant within their psyche. They chose you because you awakened parts of themselves they did not even know existed, parts that had been waiting in the shadows of their unconscious mind. But here is where it gets even more profound. Jung believed in what he called the collective unconscious, a shared psychological space that all humans inherit, filled with universal patterns and archetypal energies. When someone chooses you and cannot explain why, they may be responding to archetypal patterns that you embody. You might represent the eternal feminine, the wise woman, the nurturing mother, the passionate lover, or any combination of these ancient energies. These archetypes exist in the deepest layers of human consciousness. They are the reason certain stories, myths, and symbols resonate across all cultures and time periods. When someone encounters you and feels that mysterious pull, they are not just meeting you as an individual. They are encountering thousands of years of human experience crystallized in your being. Think about the person who chose you. Notice how they might describe you in ways that seem larger than life, as if you represent something beyond just yourself. They might say you are different from everyone else, or unlike anyone they have ever met. This is not exaggeration. It is their unconscious mind, recognizing archetypal energies that most people do not carry or express as clearly as you do. Jung also discovered the phenomenon of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem to orchestrate themselves around significant relationships. The person who chose you probably experienced a series of synchronicities that led them to you. Maybe you kept appearing in their life in unexpected ways. Maybe they heard your name repeatedly before meeting you. Maybe circumstances aligned in ways that seemed too perfect to be random. These synchronicities are not accidents. They are the universe's way of orchestrating connections that serve the psychological development of both souls involved. Jung believed that we are drawn to people who can help us integrate our shadow aspects, heal our wounds, and become more complete versions of ourselves. The person who chose you recognized on an unconscious level, that you carry medicine their soul needs. But here is the beautiful paradox. The deeper the recognition, the harder it becomes to explain. Surface-level attractions can be easily articulated. I like their sense of humor, or we have similar interests, but soul-level recognition operates in the realm of the ineffable. How do you explain that someone's presence makes you feel more yourself than you have ever felt? How do you put into words the sensation that you have known someone forever, even though you just met? If you are feeling the weight of these words right now, if something inside you is awakening to this truth, subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you never miss a message that was meant for you. Your soul called this in, and divine timing delivered it at the only moment it could land. This is why they struggle to tell you why they chose you. The real reasons exist. In a place that language cannot reach. They chose you because your soul signature resonates with frequencies in their unconscious mind that have been waiting lifetimes to be activated. They chose you because you represent the missing pieces of their psychological wholeness. They chose you because something ancient in them recognized something eternal in you. Jung understood that we are all walking around with invisible wounds and incomplete aspects of ourselves. We unconsciously seek people who can mirror back our disowned parts, who can help us integrate what we have rejected or never developed. The person who chose you saw in you the qualities they need to cultivate in themselves, the energies they need to balance their own psychological makeup. Maybe you embody a strength they lack, a softness they have, a softness they have forgotten, a wildness they have suppressed, or a wisdom they are seeking to develop. Your very presence in their life serves as a catalyst for their psychological growth, though they may not consciously understand this process. They just know that being around you makes them feel more alive, more complete, more like who they are meant to be. This is also why the connection feels so intense and sometimes overwhelming. When someone encounters their psychological complement, it activates deep transformation processes. Old patterns start dissolving, new aspects of personality begin emerging, and the entire structure of their identity starts shifting. This can be both exhilarating and terrifying, which explains why some people who feel this deep recognition also experience periods of pulling away or confusion. The unconscious mind is also where our deepest fears and resistances live. Even when someone recognizes you as their perfect match on a soul level, their conscious mind might create obstacles, doubts, or reasons why it will not work. This internal conflict between Jung called this the integration of opposites, the process of bringing unconscious content into conscious awareness. The person who chose you is being asked by their psyche to integrate new aspects of themselves, to expand beyond their current identity, to become more than they have ever been. This is sacred work, but it is also challenging work that not everyone is ready to embrace. Understanding this can help you have compassion for their struggle to explain their choice. They are not being evasive or shallow when they cannot articulate why they chose you. They are simply trying to use conscious language to describe an unconscious process, trying to explain a mystery that exists beyond the realm of words. The truth is, the most profound connections in life often defy explanation. They exist in the space between souls, in the realm of energy and recognition that transcends physical reality. When someone chooses you for reasons they cannot name, they are responding to the deepest call of their psyche. The call toward wholeness, integration, and psychological completion. Jung believed that we are all seeking what he called individuation, the process of becoming our most authentic, complete selves. The people we are most drawn to are often those who can facilitate this process, who carry the keys to unlock aspects of ourselves we did not know existed. The person who chose you recognized, perhaps without realizing it, that you hold some of those keys. This recognition often happens through what Jung called projection. We see in others the qualities we need to develop in ourselves. But in the case of true soul recognition, it goes beyond projection into genuine seeing. They do not just see their own potential reflected in you. They see you as you truly are, in all your complexity and depth, and they recognize that your authentic self is exactly what their soul has been seeking. The inability to explain this choice is actually a sign of its authenticity. Manufactured attractions can be easily explained, because they are based on surface-level compatibility or social conditioning. But when someone is drawn to you by forces operating in the deepest layers of their psyche, conscious explanation becomes impossible. This is why you might notice that they describe their feelings for you in mystical terms. It feels like magic. I have never experienced anything like this. It is like you cast a spell on me. These are not just romantic exaggerations. They are attempts to describe a genuinely transcendent experience using the limited vocabulary of ordinary consciousness. Jung also understood that certain souls are meant to find each other across time and space. He believed in what he called the transcendent function, the psyche's ability to bridge opposites and create new possibilities. When someone chooses you and cannot explain why, you may be witnessing this transcendent function in action, the mysterious process by which two souls recognize their capacity to create something greater together than either could achieve alone. The person who chose you may also be responding to what Jung called the self, the archetype of wholeness and completion that exists within every human psyche. In you, they may see a reflection of their own highest potential, their own capacity for love, wisdom, creativity, or spiritual depth. This recognition of the self in another person creates an attraction so powerful that it can reshape entire life trajectories. But here is what is truly beautiful about this process. It is mutual. If someone has chosen you for reasons they cannot explain, it is likely because you have also recognized something profound in them, even if you have not fully understood what it was. Jung believed that these deep recognitions are always reciprocal, that souls call to each other across the vastness of human experience when they carry complementary pieces of the cosmic puzzle. The mystery of why they chose you is also the mystery of why you were drawn to them. It is the mystery of how two souls, out of billions of possibilities, find each other and recognize something that transcends ordinary understanding. This is the realm of the sacred, the space where psychology meets spirituality, where science encounters mystery. So when they struggle to explain why they chose you, remember that you are witnessing something profound, the human psyche's recognition of its own completion in another soul. You are seeing the unconscious mind's wisdom in action, the ancient patterns that guide us toward the connections we need for our psychological and spiritual evolution. The fact that they cannot explain it does not make their choice less valid. It makes it more authentic. It means they are responding to something real and deep, something that exists beyond the realm of casual attraction or social compatibility. They chose you because their soul recognized yours. Because their soul recognized yours. Because something in the deepest part of their being said yes to something in the deepest part of yours. This recognition is one of the most sacred experiences available to human consciousness. It is the moment when the veil between souls becomes transparent, when two people see each other not just as personalities or bodies, but as eternal beings on a journey toward wholeness. The inability to explain this recognition is not a limitation, it is a testament to its profundity. Jung spent his lifetime studying these mysteries, and even he acknowledged that some aspects of human connection exist beyond the reach of psychological theory. There are forces at work in the realm of love that science cannot fully measure, energies that flow between souls that instruments cannot detect, recognitions that happen in dimensions beyond ordinary perception. When someone chooses you and cannot tell you why, you are being invited into this mystery. You are being asked to trust something that exists beyond explanation, to honor a connection that transcends rational understanding. This is not about blind faith. It is about recognizing that the deepest truths of human experience often exist in the spaces between words, in the silence between heartbeats, in the recognition that passes between souls in a single glance. The person who chose you is responding to the call of their own evolution, their own journey towards psychological wholeness. In choosing you, they are choosing growth, transformation, and the courage to become more than they have ever been. They may not be able to explain this choice, because it is not really a choice at all. It is a recognition, a remembering, a coming home to something they have always known, but never had words for. So honor the mystery. Embrace the inexplicable. Trust that when someone chooses you for reasons they cannot name, they are responding to the deepest wisdom of the human psyche, the ancient patterns that guide souls toward their destiny. You are not just being chosen by a person. You are being chosen by the universe itself. through the vessel of another soul who recognize something in you that even they cannot fully understand. This is the profound gift of unconscious recognition. It connects us to forces larger than our individual selves, to patterns that have been guiding human connection since the beginning of time. When someone chooses you, and cannot explain why, you are witnessing the mystery of love itself, the sacred process by which souls find each other across the vastness of existence and say, without words, you are the one I have been seeking. If this message resonated with your soul, if you feel the truth of these words moving through you right now, leave a comment and let the universe know you are listening. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, like this message, so it can reach every soul who is searching for answers. And subscribe to this channel, because the universe has more messages waiting for you, messages that will arrive exactly when you need them most.